Hello and welcome back to Movement and Talisa and today's class of full body balance, where we will be exploring balancing postures, doing our best, inevitably falling out of some or all of them, but getting back up and trying again. We're going to begin class by getting grounded. So meet me in a comfortable seated position of your choice. You can soften the gaze down at the mat or floor 2 or 3 feet in front of you, or option to close out the eyes entirely. Start to become aware of what's going on around you, any sensations within you, feeling the pressure of the ground beneath you, supporting your weight. Let yourself sink down into the mat and get a little bit heavier. Start to slow your breath. Option to start implementing your ujjayi breath if that is within your practice. So that slight restriction in the back of the throat, making the breath more wave-like. Keep focusing on the breath to help settle the mind. A few more rounds of breath. See if you can deepen every inhale and every exhale. And gently flutter the eyes open if they were closed, and come into a tabletop position. Start with a relatively easy balance, but if this is a struggle, don't let that discourage you. Extend the left toes back behind, right fingertips out in front. And now if today is a day where balance feels a little bit off, you can stay right here and just come light on the fingertips and toes. If you're feeling up for a little bit more of a challenge, start to pick up the foot and the hand. Reach the toes and the fingers in opposite directions. Suck the belly button in towards your spine, engage the left glute. And slowly come back. Extend left fingertips, right toes. Option to stay right here and just try to come light on the fingers and toes, or lift both up and reach in opposite directions. Core is engaged, right glute is engaged. Come back through. Tuck the toes, shift the hands if you need to, and we're coming into our first downward facing dog. You can pedal out the legs, make any micro adjustments you need to. You can come up on the toes, generous double knee bend, bringing the rib cage to the thighs, and then trying to keep the rib cage as close to the thighs as possible. Then start to straighten through the legs. That will help open up through the shoulders as well. Now this next one is a very challenging balance pose. Shorten the distance a little bit with the right foot stepping in ever so slightly. Pick up the left leg for a 3-legged dog. Now tiptoe the right fingers about midway on the mat, and you can tent the fingertips and stay right here if this feels like enough of a challenge. If you want more of a balance challenge, slowly try to pick up the right arm so the fingers are reaching in the same direction as the toes. And if you fall out of it like I just did, slowly get set up again. Steady your gaze to help steady the body. Come back through our downward facing dog. Other side. So left toes can come a little bit forward, right leg comes up. Come up on the left fingertips as you bring them midway onto the mat. Come light on the fingertips first before You try to extend the arm, fall out of it, and get right back into it. Getting light on the fingertips first helps establish our balance and take some of the frustration out of it. Come back down to downward facing dog. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Walk the hands back to the feet, ragdoll. Grabbing for opposite elbows, swaying side to side. Shake the head yes and no, let the neck go entirely. Gaze should be up towards the knees, maybe in between the thighs. Release the arms and round up slowly, slowly, slowly. One vertebrae at a time. Like a pearl necklace. Head comes up last. Let's come to stand at the middle of our mat. I'll turn to face this way, but you can face whatever direction works for you. We'll start with one of the more well-known common balancing poses, tree pose. A lot of options to suit your needs. So we can start with the right toes remaining in contact with the mat and the heel is up on the inside of that left leg. If balance is really wonky, then just pick up the toes. Stay right here. Take your ego out of it, where your ego says, no, do more. And if you're constantly falling out and not getting any hang time, then that means we need to take a step back, silence the ego, humble ourselves, and come to a gentler version so that we can actually build up to the more challenging versions. Now, if your balance is fine here, you can put the entire sole of the foot on the inside of the left leg, wherever works for you, near the ankle, the calf. I don't like doing on the knee, so I'd say go above or below the knee. If you come above the knee, push the foot into the thigh into the foot. That opposing force really helps with the balance and stabilizing. You can visualize roots growing out through that left foot, really grounding us down, making us one with the floor. Hands can come through to heart center. If you want more, you can grow your arms out like branches. And another option is you can lean over to the right side and push the left hip out to the left to counterbalance. Come back up through center. Hands come through. And then lower everything down. Take the same steps to get set up on the other side. Play around with your balance. See how you do here. If this is hard enough, stay right here. Maybe we pick up the foot and place it somewhere on the inside of the right leg. If the foot is up high, push the foot into the thigh into the foot. Hands can come through to heart center. Option to stay here or reach the arms out. Added challenge is to lean over to the left. Gaze is settled on one stationary point, somewhere down on the floor in front of us. If our eyes are all over the place, our bodies will be all over the place. Come back up through center. Hands to heart. Bring everything down. Let's step to the top of the mat. Extend the left leg back behind. Arms are down by the side, palms facing forward. You can keep the back toes on the mat to help with your balance and just hinge forward. If you're up for more of a challenge and the balance feels ready for it, you can lift up the leg as we hinge, coming into warrior 3. Arms can stay reaching back behind. Bring them to heart center, or for even more of a challenge, bring them up overhead. We're striving to create that capital T shape with the entire body. Straighten a little bit more through that standing right leg, and now bend through the right leg as we slowly step the left toes back, crescent lunge. Hinge the upper body forward, transition challenge. See if you can drag that left foot up back into our warrior 3. If the arms are overhead, bring them back to heart center, back behind, come all the way back up to standing. Other side. Right toes back behind. Option to keep the toes down and just hinge forward. If you want a little bit more, lift up that back leg as you hinge forward. Arms can stay reaching back by your sides, or bring them to heart center, or reach them overhead. Straighten that left leg a little bit more. And now bend through the left leg as we step back with the right foot gently, as gently as we can, crescent lunge. And now a challenge coming back into our warrior 3. If the arms are overhead, bring them back to heart center, to your sides, and back up to standing. Back to the middle of our mat. We're going to come to a toe stand. This is a very challenging balance pose for me. I've always struggled with it, so let's see how it goes. We're going to ground down through the left foot to begin. Cross the right leg up and over. So we're getting set up for like a standing figure 4. Start to sit down, squatting into it. Now get a nice hip opener hanging out right here. You can stay right here if this is enough of a balance challenge for you. Hands can come down to the mat. If you have blocks, you can also use blocks. And then if you're able to, bring your hands on either side of that right leg so that you can walk them back to your side body. Keep that top right foot flexed, striving to bring the left thigh parallel with the mat, and toe stand. See if you can get light on the fingertips. Maybe one hand can come up through heart center. Maybe both hands can. Bring the hands in front. Lift the hips up, straightening through the left leg. Hands come through to heart center, come all the way up. And release. Other side, ground down through the right leg. Pick up the left foot, figure 4. Sit down in a squat. Option to stay right here if this is enough. If you want more, hands coming down to either side. Coming into our toe stand. Top left foot is flexed. Striving to get the right thigh parallel with the fingertips on either side of the torso. See if you can get light on the fingers. Maybe bring one hand up into heart center. Maybe both hands. Bring the hands in front. Lift the hips by straightening through the right leg. Hands through the heart center, coming all the way up. Uncrossing the left leg. Very good. We will turn to face the top of the mat if you weren't there already. And we will play around with standing head to knee. Pick up the right knee, thighs parallel with the mat, really strong and engaged through the standing left leg. Option to stay here or hinge forward and grab underneath the right foot, interlocking all 10 fingers. See if you can lower the right foot so it's below the left knee, just because sometimes when we grab it, we come up here. We want to see if we can bring ourselves down here. Option to stay here, or if you want more, start to extend through the right leg as much as it will extend. That depends on your hamstring flexibility, so if you have a bend in the leg, that's totally fine. Next progression is seeing if we can bring our forehead to our knee. Strengthening through the left ankle and leg as it wiggles and wobbles to maintain our balance. And then slowly reverse out of it. Get light on the left toes as we ground down through the right foot. Pick up the left knee. Option to stay here or reach down, grab under the left foot and bring the foot under the right standing knee so that we're hinging forward more. You can stay here, start to extend. Extend as much as your range of motion will allow. And final challenge is bringing forehead to knee. See if you can slowly release. Take a breath. Our final balancing pose, we will come to face the long edge of our mat. Bring the feet wide. We're going to get set up for goddess pose, but with an added on challenge. So bring your feet in a little bit closer than you normally would, so that when we sink the hips down into it, the knees are going a little bit beyond the ankles, and you'll see why in a moment. I'm actually going to bring mine in a little bit more. Now bringing the elbows onto the knees takes some of the weight out of the legs, so it makes it a little bit easier. So you might want to start here. And now the added balancing challenge is coming up onto the tippy toes. You can keep the elbows on the knees, or if you want more of a challenge, lift the arms up. It might be hard to see in the video, but I'm wiggling and wobbling here, so if you have a lot of movement, that's fine. Lower the heels down, lower the hands, and lift the hips. Forward fold, and just hang out here. Round up one vertebrae at a time. And we're actually going to do one more balance challenge to lower down onto the mat. Coming to the top of the mat, this is another tippy toe balance. We're going to come up high on the tippy toes, as high as you can. Arms back as a counterbalance. The heels can kind of press against one another to help with balance. And we're seeing if we can fold forward. Oh, I lost it. The heels lower down, lift them back up. Lift them back up again. And then place the hands down on the mat. Bend the knees. Sit the bum back. Lean all the way down. Keep the chin slightly tucked in towards the chest, getting as many vertebrae in contact with the mat as possible. Bring both knees in towards the chest. Hug them in, reaching for opposite elbows. Feet stay side by side rather than crossed. You can stay right here or find a happy baby pose. See if you can get the tailbone down in contact with the mat or as close as possible. And slowly release. Bring the feet the width of the mat and windshield wiper the legs right and left. Let the knees fall over to the right. Keep it here for 2 rounds of breath. Up through center, other side. Come into your final shavasana, whatever that may look like for you. Closing out the eyes, relaxing all the muscles in the face. And completely surrender your body to your mat. With every inhale, get light, and every exhale, sink down a little bit deeper into your mat, like a bowling ball settling into a soft mattress. Again, inhale, get light. Exhale, gently settle. And stick with that. If the mind has wandered, gently bring it back to the breath and visualizations. Bring an ever so gentle smile upon your face by gently curling up the outer edges of your mouth, feeling grateful and glad for whatever joys and pleasures, however small, you may have in your life. I thank you for sharing your practice with me. And in closing, we say, Namaste.